What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today, as you guys may or may not have known already, I may or may not have bye-byed the servo in the XRT.
No, it's turned.
And today I'll be replacing it, and I decided to go with the high torque option from Traxxas, so I don't need to like fit anything with this. I'm just gonna go with the high torque option straight from Traxxas. If you guys don't already know, if you want to get a different servo in this, you have to get like some sort of adapter to put down in where the servo goes in, and I just don't really care to do any of that because I've had good luck with this servo. This is what I have in my X-Max, so I'm gonna run it in the XRT and see what I can do with it. This just has the stock servo in it, and it just died so easily. And I do a lot of woods driving, so this is why I'm going with the high torque. Just run with this. And yeah, so today I'll be replacing it. It seems to be pretty basic. I think I just have to undo the bolts, well, sorry, the screws more or less down here, just to access the receiver, and then undo the bolts on the bottom here to get to the servo, which should be right around here. So I'll just have to undo these bolts on the bottom, and then, oh sorry, these screws up here, and then the screws here, and then I should be able to access it all, which, by the way, it seems a lot easier to do on this, on the XRT, than the X-Max. The X-Max, maybe it was because I was new to working on this stuff, but with the X-Max, it was just like, I feel like I had to just tear apart so much crap. But with this, it seems like I just have to undo these, and then in here, and then it should be good to go. But who knows? I'll just be working on it in today's video, just showing you guys my process. So without further ado, let's get into it. Is this gonna pop out, or is it locked in on the fronts and rear here? That's what I'm interested to see. Oh no, it looks like it's gonna just pop out for me. There's a servo, boom. So this was easier than the X-Max. As you can see, we actually have some cobwebs here, jeez. It only sat for a few days. It's acting like it's never been used before. This is already being easier than the X-Max for me, so I love that. So this is the original one, and apparently you can choose to rebuild these, but I was just like, let's just run with the high torque. I already want to put this in anyhow because I have it in on the X-Max, so we'll just run with that. I might actually take apart this servo too because I kind of want to see the inside, like what's stripped out. I don't think it was a servo horn. I don't know, maybe some of the gears on the inside. I'll have to see. So it'll be interesting to rip this apart just to see, like, you know, are there gears ripped up in here? Is it the horn? I don't know what it is. Although, I don't know how this will slide off because I don't think it can come straight back. I'm gonna undo these screws here and we'll see what it can do. So I think what I actually have to do is take off these 4 screws. So I might actually just revisit the whole taking this off real quick. That's what I'm gonna revisit. But this bearing here, I might replace that because I have a bearing kit and I already have the bearings here, so I might just replace that bearing depending upon how easily that spins once I get this out. I'm making too big of a deal over this bearing thing. I can't decide whether I just put the new one in or just keep the old one in, because my thought process upon it is I'm going to go back to my old way of cleaning RC cars because I learned that it's actually okay to do that. But I'm just don't, spray water directly on the electronics. But I'm thinking, what if I don't really like, what if I find out, oh, I don't like that way and I find a better way? I don't want to destroy the brand new bearing. I'm making such a big deal out of this. I'm probably just going to pop the new bearing on. A new bearing kit's like 20 bucks or something. Oh, wow. Okay, well, you can already see a quality difference between the stock servo in here and the brand new servo. Pop that open. And I'm gonna be honest with you too, the hobby shop sold this to me for actually less than I see it for on the internet. Every time I look at it on the internet, it's like 100 bucks. I got it for 90, so I'll take it. You know, there is the servo horn, you know, the spring and all that, and then they add the upgraded steering link, or is that already in there? I'm not exactly sure. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's just meant to be this. So then they give you an upgraded steering link too, which I might actually just use that. But I don't really care to like go through the struggle of putting this spring on because the spring's already on there for the servo saver, I'm pretty sure. So it should be fine. I don't really think that I absolutely 100% necessary need to put that on. So I just wanted to real quick double check, guys, and make sure that I didn't necessarily have to install this new spring, because I was actually on the X-Max, I never installed the spring when I actually burnt out the servo, and that was because the high torque steering servo was already installed from the previous guy. I didn't know if this spring was like upgraded and it needed to have it in, you know, for the high torque steering servo and whatnot, because I know the servo saver does protect the servo, so I didn't know if this was completely important. But I can't find anything on the internet, even if I look up, you know, the high torque steering servo, it just says comes with spring, comes with spring. It doesn't say, you know, special upgraded spring of any sorts. It doesn't, you know, specify that this is upgraded or anything. So I'm just gonna leave this out because I don't like feel like really going into there, because I don't really think that that even like matters. I think that it's just the exact same spring, if anything. I mean, plus I don't know how much more upgraded this is really gonna be from the other one. So again, we'll just keep her how she is. So I'm assuming this one's the servo, but what I'll do actually is take this under here and just start wiggling it just to find out. I can guarantee it that's it. Yep, that's it. So now we just gotta follow the wire and we gotta see which one it's plugged into. And I'm gonna make sure this is on camera in case I like miss it or something. The first channel up here, boom. And I love how Traxxas makes this so difficult to get out here. So what I'll do is pop this under it. Try to pop it out. Because I feel like last time I did this was difficult. Okay, wow. That just went right out. So the next one will just fish up on through there. Come on. You know you want to. There you go. There we go. That is so much easier than on my X-Max to get that through. Like, I remember fishing with this for a long time with the X-Max, and I think it was because of the placement. The guy had the receiver, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? Fish her through. Oh, look at that. This can't be real. Something's gonna go wrong. Nothing's ever this easy. May not go wrong while working on it, but it always goes wrong afterwards at some point or another. Nothing's ever this easy. All right, plugged into channel 1. So I guess the next course of action here would be to turn her on and see how she works. So that's the next thing we're gonna do. Okay, I think this is my fault. When I put the horn on, it needs to be facing down. Yeah, this is a fat L. No big deal though, we just have to undo 3 screws. It's a real quick flippity daisy. I'm not a professional, obviously. I never like portray these videos as a how-to video. Just hey, you want to watch Neil be stupid? Come on to this. I don't like how this servo bolts down on. I don't like it one bit. That gets a 0 star from Mr. Neil. Not that they care. Not that anyone cares, but that gets, you know, a fat 0 star, by the way, from me. It's going to be more difficult since it's like a ball in there, so it's going to be more difficult to get it in. Because it's a ball. It's just going to be more difficult to slide up in. Just like everything in my life, it's more difficult than it has to be. Lovely. So, if we keep the ball straight, I think I got it finally, but wow. What a freaking pain. Okay, wait, careful. Very gentle. Very, very gentle with it here. Why, but why? Why is this metal? It won't even go in, as you guys can see, because the thing's just tilted. I just read the stock one. Has those ball designs too. Am I gonna have to take apart the whole RC car now just to get this back together? So you can't avoid taking apart the front end. Okay everyone, so I finally got this attached. I had to take this all apart, and then I had to just have these 2 parts and slide this on. It was not the easiest thing because there's that ball thingy in it, but that's how the mechanism is. So, next problem. Which actually, is it gonna be a problem? Yes, it will. Can't lift up on that. So what I'm thinking about doing is just undoing this top plate up here and then coming in this way to screw in the servo horn. I mean, that's just such a pain, honestly. It's attached in more places. So I have to undo the top screws up here. Oh, there we go, that undid it. It's gonna be impossible to slide in from here. Nearly. Oh, I got it. Well, that's what we like to call luck. There we go. Got the bearing to fit. It's just difficult because of the way I did it there. So everything's snugged on now. Seems to be that way at least. Now we will proceed with the rest of the surgery. And again, it did the same thing, it just slipped. I actually should have tried to do the servo horn before this, dang it. Okay, we're not going to do anything too tight. Alright, this is the moment. The moment of death because I freaking did those. God dang it, bro. God freaking dang it, bro. Like, it ain't easy, dude. I think it's going to be hard even if I do get this up a little bit. The servo. Yep, it ain't going to be easy to screw in. It's going to be like one of those things. Half turn, half turn, half turn, half turn. Yep, it's going to have to be one of those things. Unless I said F it and like cut the top of the Allen wrench, but I'm not going to do that. I realized I effed up again. I should have had the freaking servo in a set position. Before throwing this freaking servo horn on, I should have had it in a set position, and I thought I already did have it in the set position, but I didn't. I really wish I could link the DX5C to this, because I love that controller. So then, we'll take this, the steering. My plan is to try to just make this to go straight. Right. Right steering. Okay, that's where I want it exactly at, like that. Oh, perfect. Oh, wow, it just went in. That was easy. Alright, that's perfectly secure. That's real secure. Boom. So now the rest, I'll just have to be throwing stuff back together on this. I don't get how this is not going in. How are we not going in? What are we missing? It's just spinning, it's not even tightening. It's like these aren't even deep enough. These screws that were in here. So then how are they in here is the question. They're not even screwing in. Alright guys, lucky enough, I break so many other frickin' things. I have these screws. So again, Arrma, save the fricking day for me. Well, first of all, they actually seem comparable in size, actually, in thickness. It's also got the flat top. I'm just worried about the top that's not wide enough, like how this garbage is. It's just that the screws are too thin. They're just not thick enough. It's just what it comes down to. I'm done for the night. There it is. I've made a severe and continuous lapse in judgment. I just realized what I did. I think this is the most I've about lost my temper in one video. And it just keeps becoming my fault. I knew something wasn't right. Yup, and I was right that something wasn't right. You just get that feeling. I'm gonna have to bolt down this servo for about the 4th time. I think I'm gonna take a break again. Yep, because look at that. Oh, it all of a sudden starts going in. I wonder why. Interesting. Interesting. Now I wonder how effed up those threads are. I really just did that. I really just effed these threads, let me guess. Yup. I really just effed these threads. Really just effed these threads. Yup. Nice. Nice. This is why I don't like plastic for this stuff. Yup. Nice. Just effed all the threads. Yep, just effed the threads. Lucky me. So luckily, I had 2 Arrma screws that were, you know, I had still in the package and whatnot, and they were luckily thick enough to fit that. I'm just concerned about that back one. So, I was thinking, it's still very secure in there, okay? But what I'm thinking, there's so many screws all over the place. It's like I don't even know what's what anymore. Everything is just being lost in the wind. So I have this screw that's like that on the end. I've already effed these threads in here. Just thinking, what if I just put this one down in? All right. This went down in just to secure the rear. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Even though I don't think it necessarily needs it, but that's keeping it in there just a little bit. So perfect. So luckily I had 2 Arrma screws that were thick enough for here, and this one, it's because I widened out those threads with the screws that I actually put from up here into here, and they were very easily mistaken. Very easily. They look so similar to those. Okay, right here, here's the steering. Nice, quick, and responsive. That's definitely the high torque steering servo. And they're nice and straight and lined up. And if I have to adjust anything, I can just go on the steering trim and adjust that real quick. But again, guys, make sure that you have that servo straight and then put the thing on to where you have these wheels completely straight. But that is how you install the Traxxas high torque steering servo in your XRT. So let's see how much better this does in the woods. Let's hope this one doesn't burn out. Fingers crossed. Just got to be more careful next time. Last time it was like pretty much a freak accident, so you'll have to check that out down below if you haven't already. So stuff like that does happen. But again, like I said, I just wanted to upgrade it and get a better one in there because this is the one that I have in my X-Max, and I'm actually pretty happy with it. So we'll see how it performs in the XRT. So hope you all enjoyed, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for the video where I'll be testing this out. See you all in the next one. Peace.